What is up, my spitters? Welcome back to now episode 4 of Spitting Bars podcast. And today we are accompanied by chAos
Yes, sir.
and
They said they need a bar spitter called Chaos. He's a hard hitter.
ooh,
Go
ooh,
go
ooh, we
ahead.
getting some freestyling already.
So,
Okay.
surrounded by some bitches till I get up in the car with her. No, no.
Ooh, ooh. And of course, I'm again here with my co-host Rain.
Yo,
Once
me.
you're quiet, I gotta turn you up.
Am I really?
Yeah, now you're better.
All right, it's me, the guy.
Yeah, it's Rain.
Yep.
So, um, okay. I have one thing that
Oh,
just kind of came to my mind.
okay.
What's that?
Chaos, your
Yes, sir.
profile picture. What
Yeah.
inspired that?
Um, I was doing a lot of Mario verses since the movie came out,
Mm-hmm.
and I chaos with the chaos emeralds at the beginning or the end of my videos every once in a while. And I
Mm.
was like, I hit this dude up and I asked him. I kind of it was a lot more graphic, the idea that I had.
Oh.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
okay. Like I wanted evil me as Mario have his whole arm up Sonic's ass and holding the emerald in his hand outside of his mouth. He's like,
That's
he's like, I don't think I can do that, bro.
that's something.
He's like, I could do it, but it's kind of risky. But
Yeah,
yeah, I just taking over the Chaos Emeralds and
Okay.
Sonic's in the way.
that's
Oh.
fair. That's
Okay,
fair.
okay.
I'm gonna kick it off the same way I kicked off Rob and Sam. Um, what do you use to record studio wise or like software?
I use FL Studios. Uh, I was I just started using it. I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
my last drop that I had, which was Still Don't Give a Fuck. It, that was my first one that I did all the mixing on that, and man, I jumped 3 levels using that because I was using this Adobe Edition that I've had for years. I mean, I was using it for a lot of different stuff back in the day, but it doesn't have the complexities that newer softwares nowadays do. So
Yeah.
that's why my mix fell really short in a lot of my older videos.
Mm.
hmm Your voice in your
Yeah,
raps.
yes,
How
sir.
how do we figure how did that get going?
Well, let's just say that I was very big on Eminem growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most people could probably tell it by the way that I structure lyrics and stuff. It's kind of based on him. But back in the 2000s and the late 90s and stuff, which was I'm old. Let's just get that out of the way. It was when I was really introduced into rap music, and that's when it was really blowing up because rock music was the main genre back then.
Mm-hmm.
But I was getting into rap music really big, and everybody had this persona that they used. They didn't sound the same, you know what I mean? They
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to portray as much energy, and that's just kind of how I do it. It it's
Okay.
Mm,
it's very fluent to me. Like it's it it's probably be very straining for people who don't do that, but like I can't. I feel like I'd have no energy if I was like, yeah, let's go. Well, you know what I mean? Like
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I couldn't rap like that. That's just not my style.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah, but everyone does have their own style, so that makes sense.
Something really funny is that I don't know if you saw it, but earlier I think it was like yesterday. Let me go to our DMs. Oh, I asked you how fast could you get in a verse. I'm
Oh
doing a
yeah.
I, I was doing a track and somebody I'm doing a cover of a song and someone dropped out and the person that dropped out was doing Eminem's part.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, hey, let me get
Dude,
chaos.
I was super
Mm-hmm.
busy. We were having a party at my house for
Yeah.
my wif's birthday,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
when I seen it, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was hammered. So
That
I'm like, I kind of just swiped it off. I forgot all about it.
that
Uh,
that's valid. I'll take that. I'll take I'll take that. Um your wife. You have a wife.
Yes, I have a
That's
wife, 2 kids.
oh wow.
kids. Wow.
I have an
That's awesome.
8-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Oh, so they're kind of young still.
Yeah.
They're my biggest fans for sure.
So they're
So,
very aware you rap.
Oh yeah.
mhm.
They
And
they hype you up.
yeah, do they
Yeah,
help you?
I've had shirts made for my oldest boy and stuff, pure
Uh,
chaos music, and he loves it.
That's
He's all about it. But I mean, he's really big on any of that YouTube persona type stuff. You know, he
mhm.
sees it all over the place. So he's like, Dad, you got to get me some of your merch. I was like, you know what, I'll make you something.
that's cool.
I have a question.
Yes.
This is also including like your kids being like your biggest fans. Was your wife like very helpful about this and very encouraging as well?
Well, she
If
is
you're fine with
very
saying
like
it,
mind
that's.
she's very mind blown by some of the stuff that I come up with, which I mean I am too sometimes. Like
Hmm.
she doesn't she hears everything first, so she hears me break down lyrics all the time to her, so she kind of gets a better grasp on it than what people that just come across it and listen to it once do. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And because I layer my lyrics so much, and they are pretty complex with the schemes that I use. So
Hmm.
if you don't really listen and you're not paying attention to the words, then you're gonna think it's rambling. I get that all the time with the hibbity flibbity type rap. I'm like no, listen to the words, man, and
Hmm.
do some
Yeah.
research if you have to, because it has
Hmm.
meaning. I'd say probably 95% of each song that I do has meaning in each word. Now that other 5% is filler stuff that you gotta kind of use to
Hmm.
or else it doesn't flow together properly. But
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
a Millennium Puzzle type. I'm very structured, rhyming and trying to make everything make sense, which is a gift and a curse,
Hmm.
because then I'll go like weeks and not be able to really come up with anything,
Hmm.
and and
Yeah.
and then I'll have a month where I just hammer stuff out left and right. But that's the process.
Hmm.
That's the main reason I don't do any of nerdcore rap or anything. I just can't come up with lyrics.
Well,
Yeah.
you have to be inspired to do any
Well,
kind of
yeah.
music. You know what I
That
mean? And that's why the best verses that I have are something that I'm passionate about. You know what I mean? Most of
Hmm.
my original songs don't get a lot of love because I'm involved in a nerdcore community,
Hmm.
hmm
and they only want to see anime and video game stuff. But uh, I mean that stuff pops off too. But it's just some of my best stuff is probably my original stuff.
Okay.
that that leads me to this. I know you said you were big into Eminem, but Eminem like he raps about rap stuff. What got you
Hmm.
into like the nerdy part, the nerdcore?
Well, I grew up obsessed with Dragon Ball Z.
That's
Hmm.
valid.
Like
That's
I
valid.
I still am. It's still my number one anime, but it's I used to watch it on TV. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I said, I'm old.
Hmm.
Anyways, and I walked away from it for a while because I had a pretty troubled past. I went down the drug route for a while when I was a kid, and I got in a bunch of trouble. And when I had to get straight again, I needed to go back to my childhood. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? My
Hmm.
childhood that I robbed from myself. So that was anime. I
Hmm.
started watching Dragon Ball Z again. I watched all the series, and then I had a couple buddies that liked anime as well, so they turned me on to like Naruto and the other big ones, and
Hmm.
you know what? And it just happened to be one day that I came across a Rustage song that was a Kakashi song. I'm
It's
pretty
always
sure
rustage.
it is. Well, he's the biggest one for sure. I don't know
Yeah.
how it came up, but because I didn't really watch anime stuff on YouTube, it was surprising, but. They recommended it, and I listened to it, and I'm like, you know what? I think I could do that. So I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that.
Hmm. Well, that's so cool.
I
And
can't even.
the thing about growing old, man, is your passions don't go away. You know what I mean? A lot of people will be
Hmm.
like, "Why are you here? You're a grown ass man." It's like, well, I got my life all together. I'm here as because I love music, not because I want to be big. And I mean that shows with how I promote things. I don't really promote extremely,
Hmm.
so my numbers fall because of that. But I'm not here for the numbers. I like doing the music. And
Yeah.
I said this one rhyme. I said, they this probably surprised that I'd stay. Tell me to grow up and act my own age, but homie, this rap shit is older than me, so I'm within my range. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it just it's something that sticks with you. You don't lose your passions when you're passionate about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like a
that.
lot of people probably in nerdcore also agree with that.
hmm I never went down the Rustage inspiration thing. I've always been a Stupendium.
I love
Stupendium.
Stipendium.
Stipendium. They have been my.
Dan Bull's my number one. So
I
like
love Damble.
he's just so amazing. But I found him on Epic Rap Battles of History.
Mm,
Because I was on Epic Rap Battles of History like day one, dude. I remember when that shit started and fucking it blew up. It was the number one thing on YouTube for years, and
yeah, I
that introduced me to Dan Bull.
yeah Stupendium. I forgot where I found them. I think it was the Fine Print song, but that's what got me into rapping. What got me into my style of rapping now is peso.
Yeah,
Cause
well, you
like
gotta find your inspiration.
yeah, I will like regularly have conversations with peso in Twitter DMs.
Nice.
He's a really nice guy. I love
It's nice
peso.
when you can find people that are, genuine enough to be like, oh, they actually answer. And I always try to
Mm-hmm.
respond to anybody that reaches out to me, which it
Yeah,
does happen. And sometimes I work a full-time job. I got two kids,
Mm-hmm.
so I have a lot of time that's used there. So sometimes I'll get a message and I'll swipe it when I'm at work, and then I'll forget all about it. So it does happen, but
Yeah.
yeah. I
you got to be a real one, man. It doesn't pay to not be humble. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta stay humble.
yeah. The first big. I went first person that I've been like obsessed with to ever respond with me is Diggs,
Yeah.
and I talked to Diggs for a while, and then I sent him a friend request, and he added me back, and it was kind of like, man, I'm cool with
I
Diggs.
had him on my Kingdom of Science cipher,
Oh.
but other than
Yeah.
that, I haven't really talked to him. I talked to none like that might get me canceled, but I talked to none like Joshua for a little while. He was actually supposed to get on my Dragon cipher, but he was super busy with his girlfriend
Mm.
about to have the baby and stuff, and
Oh. Okay.
I didn't press him about it. I was just like, it's all right, man.
Something happened with none like Joshua I'm missing out on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, we'll say that
Is
for a
it
different day. I
is
feel
it
like.
something you're allowed to say on here?
Oh, he said some really like I don't think he meant it like racist, but it was very
Mm-hmm.
controversial stuff. I'm pretty sure it was involving the Asian community,
Uh.
Uh,
and yeah, they wanted his head for a while there.
Oh wow.
yeah. They got I'm back to the inspiration thing. I'm still freaking out about Night of Breath. Just accepted my friend request
Yeah,
yesterday.
she's very nice lady, man. She's genuine as well.
Yeah, the moment I knew that I was like in it was the first time being in VC with I think it was you, Rob Payne, and Jacob Cass. I don't know if
Probably
you were
wasn't
there.
me. No.
Yeah, I don't know if it was you, but I know Rob and Jacob Cass were there, and I'm not sure about you or Payne. But talking to Cass was like something crazy for me because like video game and shows that I watch wise, me and Cass are like very similar.
Right. Well, we're all
I,
just normal people, you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'd never put myself over anybody else as human being spectrum. Why
Mm-hmm.
I always respect everybody until they earn disrespect from me. But
yeah,
we're all just people out here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
we're all doing, and um, I'm just gonna bring this up now. The way I found you, the because before I was in nerdcore, I listened to Red Rob.
Was it the Gatlin cipher?
It was the Gatlian cipher, and
Yeah. Oh, hey.
I have the whole verse I have your whole verse memorized.
Oh yeah, man.
He's
That means
been
a lot for real.
he's been practicing a lot.
Yeah, I was at Camden's house yesterday, and I was just walking in circles, just rapping it. It was just like randomly come in my mind in moments.
I was a little risque with that, like, the whole once I feel the squeeze, got my creatures on your face fast. That was definitely a
Oh,
cum
now
shot
that you say it
reference.
like that, I get the bar. I get.
It was definitely a cum shot reference.
Uh,
Um,
And stick it up gargantuous ass.
that that verse was so, and I don't want to say it's become a joke, but it's become something between me and Rob.
Right.
Because like every now and then, I will just randomly send him the lyrics to it, and he'll be like, "Why are you sending me the lyrics to Chaos verse?" I'm like, "I don't know. Same reason I always send him the Waluigi time verse."
Right. Rob's
And
my dude, man.
I love Red
He's
Rob.
he's
Mhm.
like definitely one of my closest friends on here.
Yeah,
The goon's got a lot of love, and that's the biggest thing about it is we all support each other, pick each other up. I mean, I went through that heart stuff,
Mhm.
and they were right in my corner the whole time,
yeah,
checking up on me, making sure I was okay, and they're real ones, man, for sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you found your group of friends that you could really rely on. That's always
Yeah,
important for anyone.
I've had a couple in
Hmm.
the I think I've been in nerdcore community a little over 2 years, so like I've had a couple groups that people that I got close with, but I've never VC'd and joked around as much as I have with these guys. They're definitely close.
Well, that's good.
yeah. If you're, it's okay if not. If you feel comfortable talking about it, what was the heart situation?
So what you have these like electrical lines that run through your heart, and you're supposed to have two of them. It controls the pace of your heartbeat.
Hmm.
And I have what's called WPW as for short, and it's a fairly rare condition where I have three of them. So one will jumpstart it, and my heart will go from normal rate to 200 beats per minute.
Oh, wow.
And I've had it for a long time. I've dealt with it for a long time. I never knew what it was. So I've gotten good at controlling it, like controlling my breathing and then bringing it back down. But
Hmm.
that's something that you can die from for sure.
No.
So
Well,
I actually have my surgery scheduled for next week. So
Hey,
well,
good luck, man.
yeah, I wish you the
yeah,
best of luck, and I'll be praying
Yeah,
for you.
it should be a very easy procedure.
Yeah.
I'm in and out. I'll go in the morning and I'll be out that night. So
Well, still,
yeah,
just hope it goes
that's
well.
definitely, I appreciate that.
that's good, man.
And
All right.
I'm glad that you're actually getting surgery for it and getting it taken care of. That's really
Yeah,
important.
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, most cases of it, the people have died before they're 30, and I'm 31. So
Oh,
like,
wow.
they're like, it's not guaranteed that you wouldn't drop dead from this. You know what I mean? You're still in that range,
Hmm.
but most of the people that have that condition will drop dead around 25 years old.
Oh, wow.
yeah. Yeah, I was just about to say something I forgot. I forgot everything I was gonna say throughout all of Sam's podcast.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I tried listening to it, and
The
The title was
the
supposed to be so hyping too.
it
yeah,
was. I wanted to know what the cookbook was.
the Hydrogen's cookbook was
I
So yeah,
thought
I'm
we're
I
like cannibalism
let's
here.
explain it here actually, because now at least
Sam
people can understand what it was supposed to be.
yeah, we were running out of ideas
Hmm.
hardcore with Sam, and
Yeah.
him then asked him what his favorite food was, and Sam was like, as a broke college student, ramen and Pop Tarts. But to make
Hmm.
my own thing, and then he like listed off a bunch of
Weird
ingredients he
items.
used, a
I
bunch of
I remember it actually.
That's
well,
like jailhouse cooking.
It was lettuce, eggs. I believe there was cheese in there. I'm not exactly sure, but there might have been cheese. Teriyaki steak, French fries,
And then some sort of sauce.
Yeah, some sort of sauce. But we don't remember.
Mystery sauce.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
It was really weird when he was talking about it because the French fries like really caught me off guard.
Right.
Because it sounded like he was making like
strange
a
combination.
teriyaki steak salad or something. But then
Right.
he
Yeah.
brought in the French fries. And it's like,
And then-
that's cool.
And then we started joking around like how'd your goons cookbook when?
And
So
that-
what-
I thought it was like some cannibalism type stuff. I'm like,
Oh,
oh
no.
god, cream de la chaos, and I'm like, oh shit.
But yeah, I feel bad for all the people that were expecting something.
I feel so bad for Sam's
I
podcast.
still do.
Yeah,
We have to get
definitely.
him back someday.
Yeah, we got to get Sam back
Yeah.
soon.
Just the title will just be "Let's try this again."
Literally.
Samurai's Float #2, the sequel.
The sequel.
We could
In a world where you can't hear Samurai's float audio.
It's just this time for the next podcast
It's
we do.
perfect. Now we got
Um,
it, and it's perfect.
we do a lot of good voices.
It's like it's funny, but great.
That's awesome.
But like for the next one, it's just gonna be like you could hear Rain and Sam, but you just can't hear me.
Yeah, exactly.
Just switch it around.
I was very weirded out. I was like, I do not know what's going on here.
There was something. Oh, one of the questions I had prepared was, "What's your food?" Because I'm for real making this Hydra Goons cookbook. Like, what do you have a special recipe?
Yeah. What's your favorite meal to have? Basically.
Oh man, dude, I'm pretty basic. It'd be just like a strip steak, and
Salad.
like broccoli and cheese
Ooh. Okay. broccoli and
with
cheese
French
toast.
fries as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish we could look back and see what Sam's was, but
Right.
Right.
I have to hit them up.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to come up with names for these meals.
yeah, Samurai's food. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. We came here to eat. I'm just gonna keep like title dropping my own songs. Promotion.
I mean, hey, you're here for the podcast. Do what you want.
Right.
Every
I
goon that
appreciate you
comes
guys having
on-
me on for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and thank
of
you
course.
again for being here.
No,
Yeah,
I like I said, I watched Rob's and I tried to watch Sam's, but
Yeah.
the one before that was just you guys, so I don't think I really checked that one out. But
Oh yeah,
was like, it
those were the
sounded
boring
fun.
ones.
Yeah,
it
those ones
sounded
were really
fun,
fun.
and me and Rob are both big talkers, so I was like,
Mhm.
I think it'd be good if I went on.
Yeah.
Did one.
Rob's was very, very fun and entertaining.
Yeah, there was
It's-
like
it gets bad in the Goons sometimes, in the Goons VC sometimes between me and Rob, because we'll just take over the conversation.
No.
And me and him will just be saying the most off the wall type shit. And everyone else is quiet, like, God, I can't believe they're saying this.
But yeah, usually we're trying to make sure we have as many people for our podcast because the other ones were so boring, except for like one 10-minute segment of me thinking Omni-Man was from DC.
Oh yeah, that was
I really like the idea, man, and it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Podcasts are pretty big, and a lot of people will listen. Once you get out there a little
Yeah.
bit more, people will be listening to them for
Yeah.
real.
I mean, I might get my gym teacher to listen to this. I know he
I
listens to
know, I'm
podcasts.
flattered. I'm flattered.
I'll get down to
Um,
do 20 push-ups.
I had, well, the idea of the podcast was kind of like nerdcore artists have podcasts, but
Oh,
none
yeah.
of them are about nerdcore. Like a
Right.
lot of them are just like Macro. Macro has a podcast, but he never talks about like rap bands. Kind of just like nerdcore,
Yeah.
having like nerdcore guests on. It's kind of just generic stuff. So it's kind
Yeah.
of so we're like,
It's just like any other podcast, really, but just they're nerdcore like speakers and stuff.
Right.
yeah.
So
So we got
we tried doing this instead, where we actually talk about it.
What's everybody's top 3 anime?
Top 3 animes.
Yeah.
get this question.
Ryan doesn't watch much anime.
I mean, I
Because
don't watch that much either, but
It's
Here,
hard to
man.
answer because I've only watched 3 animes.
Oh, well, there you go.
Or we are counting Pokemon, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, of course. I love Pokemon. I gotta go with
Which generation though? All generations?
That's actually a good
I I
question.
I like the original because Brock was the only character I could really like
X. Gen
that
1
could
is
like
my
make me
shit.
laugh.
What
I'm
about
gonna
what
So
live
about
by
the other two?
my metronome challenge. Gen 1 is my thing.
I was nominated for that, and still don't know when's the right time to do it, but I've been working on it. So,
Oh
Preston,
yeah,
if you're watching, expect that to come soon.
I'd definitely be checking it out too.
Um, Top 3 anime. Out of the 3 anime I watched, number 3 is Assassination Classroom.
That's decent.
Number 2 is My Hero,
Yes.
and 1 is probably Pokemon.
All
Okay.
right. Well, the Dragon Ball series would be number 1 for me.
Yeah.
And then it'd probably be My Hero Academia. And then I really, really like Doctor Stone. I just like how different it is. You know, it's
I
not
haven't
like
watched that
a
actually.
fighting anime. It's really intellectual, and I like that kind of stuff.
I would say for me, and these are more like just random animes, but I do for number 1, I'd have to say The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Nice.
I don't know. I just really like the voice actor for dubbed mainly,
Right.
and he just kind of like I like his in it. Um, I guess I would say, and this is like not including the new season. Wait, I'm gonna put this at 3, but I would say actually no, I wouldn't even put this top 3. I was gonna say Demon Slayer, but I don't even like that one really that much.
It's
Hmm.
all right.
Yeah, it's all right. The new season's kind of but I like
I haven't
Vinland
watched it.
Saga. That one's super cool.
Yeah.
I'd say that's number 2 for me.
Hell yeah.
And then, oh wait, these aren't even my animes. I forgot I'm sharing an account with like 20 people. I guess I would say maybe like I just like a lot of fighting anime, so probably Baki or God of High
Okay.
School. I like
Yeah,
those
both of
two.
them are really good.
Yeah, I like the Baki animes. They actually came out with a new season for one of them for Baki, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch
Yeah.
that.
Have you watched the Zombie 100?
Oh yeah, I actually have. I've been watching that. I'm waiting for the new episode on Monday.
I had a buddy send me a link to the manga like a
Hmm.
couple years ago, and I'll tell you what, man, keep watching.
Yeah.
It gets messed up.
It's just so far. It's just so funny, especially the recent episode.
Right, and the animation is so good.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. I knew it, and
Hmm.
then I went on Twitter. Like I watched a couple episodes, and
Hmm.
I went on Twitter, and then I seen people planning to do songs about it
Yeah.
already, and I was like, yeah, I kind of figured that was coming.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's it's getting pretty out there fast because I've already seen some Twitch streams already like watching it and stuff.
Right. I
Yeah.
definitely will say that when I read that anime or the manga,
Hmm.
I definitely wouldn't have seen them making that into an anime. I thought it was way. I mean, I'm sure they'll cut back a little bit on the
Hmm.
graphicness, but it was bad. It was gory and oh man,
Yeah.
they kind of worked their way around that by
Hmm.
doing the whole paint splatter
Yeah,
thing.
I was gonna say yeah, they did the paint splatter instead of all the blood everywhere.
But that's cool.
Yeah. It's a pretty good
Um,
anime. Rain, honestly, you gotta give it a try. There's only
Hang
3
on,
episodes, but yeah.
This man don't give
dude.
this man don't give two shits about the zombie
I
apocalypse.
know.
He's just glad he don't have to go to work.
Literally, that's the entire point of the anime.
I was like, I feel that.
um, Chaos, are you a Mortal Kombat person?
I used to really like Mortal Kombat. I mean, I've done a
Mm.
cipher and
Hmm.
a couple
Because
verses.
Camden, they just dropped a new trailer like
Oh,
two
really?
minutes ago. Yeah,
Really?
Like
Geras.
2 minutes
Geras
ago?
is in the game.
Oh, Garrus? Why is he?
Yeah.
Why is he back?
I don't know. With Liu Kang's whole timeline thing and him being Kronika's
Yeah,
assistant, I feel like it might make a little sense.
Right.
yeah.
I don't know. He looks pretty good too. And he's built. Oh my god, he's
Who, Gearus?
huge. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, between work and family, I hardly have enough time to do music, let alone even
Mhm.
watch anime or play video. I probably haven't played a video game in over a year.
Oh, wow.
Man.
I love video
Excuse
games.
me.
I ain't got the time.
Yeah.
I gotta choose to prioritize what time I do have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Uh,
understandable.
so chaos. I referred to you as, or what did I say earlier when I was talking about your voice? That you have like a really ranging voice.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you ever considered going into voice acting?
I would
Oh,
love to go into voice
yeah.
acting.
Rain.
Because I might have a great role for you.
Really?
Yep.
I can do
I,
a lot of different voices.
He's trying to sponsor this as much as possible and get as many people on.
it's funny because I hit Sam with the same thing. I'm like, oh really? You know how to code video games? I have a great role for you. Because I am making a two-player fighter game, which Sam is coding.
Really?
Yeah, and we are looking for a voice actor for a dinosaur. If you want to be a dinosaur,
Dude, send me the server or whatever you're working.
all right, I will afterwards. But there's this character, and he's a very he's voiced by Next Level, and he's very drunk.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he he claims he has a pet dinosaur, and then nobody believes him until like about nearing not the end, but nearing the very end of story mode when the dinosaur like shows up and he's like, "Hey, you guys need me?"
Wouldn't it be funnier if I was like, dinosaur?
Oh my god!
Bro, I'm like seeing Jigglypuff, but also like,
I'm seeing Elmo. Yeah, I'm seeing Elmo.
that's what I was thinking too. Oh my god,
Oh, you're
bro.
scaring me.
Oh, well now. Oh, shucks.
Oh my
What the
god,
hell,
he's so
Chaos? How
good.
do you have so many?
I've done a lot of practice.
Oh my
Whoa,
god.
that is
I
crazy.
like I knew
The
you could
many
do
voices of
voices,
chaos.
but jeez.
I
You
got a
might.
bunch of them.
Hey guys, I'm gonna show you what I'm basing the design of the character off of. I'm
Uh,
gonna send it in the group chat, and I don't know if you want to stick with your Elmo voice because
I mean, it would be
he's
funny, but I ain't gonna make it a joke. I do real. Hey guys, did you need me?
ignore the fact that he's on a huge jar of peanut butter.
Oh yeah.
Is that your own thing?
Yeah, it's my figure of Killer Croc from Batman.
Oh. Oh, is that
Um,
random pretzel jar thing you have?
yeah, my pretzel nugget.
Yeah, your nuggets.
I mean, that's
Um,
pretty interesting.
yeah, he's gonna be like a thing at the end of story mode, but
I'm sure I could do something for him.
I like that. I
Would
like
you?
that.
Hey guys, did you need me?
He has a minigun
Why does he have a minigun?
because he's awesome.
There you go. I'm down with a minigun.
Yeah, these
Dude, if
people
I can like
these people aren't gonna see what the character's gonna look like, but they'll know.
if I can actually like do the animation, I have like an idea. It's gonna be Mortal Kombat like, so it's gonna be like kind of gory.
Well, didn't you say it
So
was also gonna be a bit like Skullgirl's art style?
yeah, mixture. It's like it's cartoony, less than realistic. So it's gonna be like cartoon blood. But I
Right.
want him to just like there be like a group of soldiers in front of him, and he just whips out this minigun and starts spraying. And they all just go down. It would be awesome. I love him.
Well, that's
Um,
something.
Yeah, I'm down.
yeah,
Sure.
that would be fun. I'm trying to think of questions I asked Rob.
Hmm.
You know
Did
any
you ever
questions I asked Rob?
did you ever
What
go
did
to the Navy?
Yeah, did you ever go to the Navy like Rob?
No,
Uh,
but I know he related it to being in jail, and I have been locked up for
Really?
sales of marijuana when I was younger.
oh, was
Oh
this
man.
like the thing you were talking about before when you decided
Yeah,
to?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I made mistakes. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well,
I,
you've you've changed yourself,
Definitely.
obviously, and you become someone that hopefully you like, and that's all
Oh,
that
I
matters.
would say I've changed at least tenfolds since then, you
Yeah,
know.
this is gonna sound like a really kind of. It might be a little corny. Has having kids kind of like changed the way you, I don't want to say act, but like
Do
see
things.
life?
Most certainly.
Yeah.
Definitely 100, 1000% changes everything. See, when my first son was born, I was doing music before that, and
Hmm.
I actually quit
Oh.
Mm,
for 6 years because I needed to get my life together. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
yeah.
Like I was spending too much time trying to do music, and it wasn't taking off, and I wasn't very good back then. But I think about it, and I'm like, man, if I would have stuck through, I'd be 1,000 times better than even what I am now.
Hmm.
Because well, I mean, I'm not saying I'm amazing, but you know, we all have room to grow. I've definitely
Hmm.
came a long way from when I started, but I had priorities. You know what I mean? The kids
Hmm.
changed. My kid being born changed my aspect on everything. I said, well, I gotta get a good job. I got a good job. I had to hold it. I got a loan for a house. I own my own house. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Me and my wife both have vehicles. You
Mm,
know, I made sure my life was right, and then I was like, you know what? I want to do music again.
Then
yeah.
next one came in.
Yeah, and then my next one came.
Man, are your kids with you like right now?
They're downstairs with my wife.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I have I have my own studio room,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's awesome.
Yeah, I just sit in a basement.
I was
yeah,
gonna
dude. I
say,
mean, I got the setup for sure, but
Well, that's
it
cool.
took a lot. It took a lot of work.
Hmm.
yeah, that.
Well, it just shows really how passionate you are about this. And
I try to tell people because you know I try to share a little bit of wisdom when I can,
hmm.
Hmm.
but I try to tell people that don't be so like insistent that you're only gonna do music and that's what's gonna be your takeoff because maybe 2% of the people that are around are actually gonna make it to a spot where they're living
Hmm.
comfortably off of it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there is an overflow of artists trying to come up. So you need to understand that there's a good chance that you won't get huge, you know, but I mean, some might. I don't even include myself in that because that's not why I'm here. I don't think I'm gonna ever be huge,
Mm.
but that's not discouraging to me because that's not my goal. Some people do
Hmm.
have that goal here though, and I just try to tell them, you know, you got to be ready to take the punch of finding out that you're not going to be that, you know. Get a job and fucking get your life going because if you're waiting around for music forever, then you're going to miss out.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's very true, honestly.
Has this might be another like kind of weird question. Have any of the goons ever met your wife? Like, has she ever like gotten on the mic?
No. No,
Uh,
she's very private person.
Mm. Okay.
uh,
Well, that still makes sense.
I
yeah,
mean, we don't even really have like a personal social media presence. You know what
Mm.
I
yeah,
mean? Like
Mm.
we don't use Facebook or anything like that personally. I do, but I only do to share my music on.
Oh.
And
hmm,
so like we stick to ourselves because we
Mm.
know that the all this stuff that you post online is going to be there forever. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And you got to be aware of that and it's not fair to your kids when you're posting all these pictures of them and then it gets used for something else or you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
so many
yeah,
predators out there, you never know.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
and anything really, people could either like try to pass it off as their kids somehow. I don't know how that would work, but they could do anything with it.
Yeah, I mean,
hmm,
people do crazy things.
Mm.
But I kind of referenced a lot about that in my song Mirror. I was talking
hmm,
about the whole reference of that song is if you turn your phone off, then you'd have to face yourself. It'd become a mirror and you'd have to actually look at yourself. So instead you turn it on to see all this fake shit that's all over social media of people that aren't even real. You know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10, these people are just telling you what they thought is the best looking for them. You know what I mean? It's not factual. And I'm like,
Hmm.
if they were to turn off their phone, they'd have to face themselves, and they can't do that.
That's actually very
Yeah,
deep.
Very, very deep.
man. So you like go deep into songs and lyrics.
Music is words to me. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's why I never really gave too much of a shit about my mix being just meh, because I was like, man, my words are what's there, you know?
Hmm.
yeah. That's
Unfortunately,
awesome.
that's not the most popular thing.
Mm.
But that's all right. That's all right.
I mean,
Um,
that's not what you're here for. So
That's
you're just
right.
here to say what you wanna and sing what you wanna.
I literally make songs like I don't give a fuck because I don't give a fuck.
that's that's how you that's how it's done, man.
I remember
You got it.
I remember Diggs posted this thing on Twitter once about how you'd never make it if you do like side characters and stuff like that. You have to do these characters that are popular if you want to pop off. And I was like, "Psh, I do whatever character I want. I don't give a shit if they're popular or not." And he's like, well, yeah, I mean, that doesn't really work if you're making money off your music. I'm like, well, I'm not making any money off my music. I don't, I got like $20 on Spotify. I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah.
I have a good ass job, you know.
uh,
That-
maybe he could learn something.
I had a tweet recently that blew up. I mean, I don't want to say like blew up, but most I've gotten is it had 1,000 views on it, and it was my everybody's doing it, posting their top 10 nerdcore artists. So I thought I might as well share my feedback, and a lot of almost all of them commented on it
Oh
and
yeah.
was like, "Hey man, I'm happy to be on here." And there's one artist who is super. I don't want to say he's underrated because he was on stage for MPC, but
Right.
he's overlooked.
That
And
happens a
do you
lot.
know Dripstick?
Yeah.
I love
I
Dripstick.
mean, I don't know him personally, but I know of him.
He is very good. My one of my there's another rapper in the one of them that I know, and he just got Dripstick on a track, and I lost my mind
Yeah.
because I am a huge Dripstick fan. And the way I found a lot of these artists, I'm not even gonna lie, through NemRaps, or not NemRaps, Nerd Outs, Smash Cipher.
Huh.
But through that is how I found Night of Breath. Night of Breath linked me to Jacob Cass. Jacob Cass linked me to Pain. Pain got me to Rob. Rob got me here.
Right.
So it's like everything just adds up. And now look at me. I'm happy and doing what I love. And I got a podcast. I'm making a video game. I'm
Right.
rapping.
Well, what I said
Living my,
before, I want to reiterate that. Like, I'm not saying that people shouldn't follow their passions because
yeah.
that's perfectly fine. Just, all I really meant by that is that, you gotta be prepared to
Yeah,
also work.
you got to be
Yeah.
prepared to face the consequences and face the challenges.
I've always been
Yeah.
very adamant on telling people to follow their dreams and follow their passion. But realism
Hmm.
is gotta
Hmm.
be there. You just
Yeah,
you gotta know.
you got to understand that there's going to be some struggles to this, and it's not a guarantee.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I've seen people blow up. I've been here for a while. I've seen people blow up. I've seen people quit, come and go. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just over here doing my own thing.
Did
Yeah.
you're just being chaos.
Yep.
did you have there? Did you was there an artist that you knew that before they were kind of like blowing up that are now like huge?
Uh, Not necessarily. I wasn't really close to anybody. Suyo is the one who brought me into the community. He
Yeah.
I was on my first ever cipher that I was mixed off beat on, and
Rough.
he
Rough.
ended up writing me and adding me into the community. And I mean, I was added to the server where Jacob was and Aiden and all these other, bigger people.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really get super close to him. I was kind of hesitant on really putting myself out there when I joined
Yeah.
the community.
Well, hey, look at you now. I would say you're pretty good spot.
Yeah, now I mean, they might not all like me, but these motherfuckers know who I am. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I mean,
I'll take the acknowledgement over
hey man,
the love.
who knows? They might see this podcast. They might see you here.
That's
See how
alright.
big you
Yeah.
get, man. We're on the Spinning Bars podcast.
Yeah.
It's the biggest nerdcore
We-
podcast ever, and the only one.
Yeah, the only one.
I had to pull the red Rob out real fast.
Oh, that like reminded me of when we had Samurott for the one that was supposed to be uploaded. He kept on just doing random ones.
Zoom zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We called Sam the king of ad libs, and then it like evolved into like after every sentence he would just make a strange noise.
Mine is just
Sam.
let's go.
I don't have one yet,
I'm
but
just
in a
that's something.
yeah, in a verse I just made at the end, it's very similar to yours. But I went ha, like laugh,
Yeah.
and I was kind of interested in that, like making that my thing because I thought it was really funny when I did it.
Right. I mean, I don't have any of that. Those are the couple that I kind of go back to, the tell them and let's go and shit like that. But like, yeah, they come to me when I'm writing. I usually write them within my lyrics because
Okay.
I make them. I'm super particular on my writing, so like I don't really try to go off the handle and sometimes I do, but usually
Yeah,
it's very structured.
Yeah.
this is a question that just came to me. Have you ever like considered charging for features, or have you always been wanting to be free?
I don't charge for features not because I don't think I'm worth it. I know that I could charge.
Mhm.
It's just not why I'm here. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
You're not here
Yeah.
for the money. You're just here because you
See,
like
now
it.
anybody who comes to me and asks me about a feature, I ask them what the subject is. If I'm okay with the subject and the character, I ask how much time I have because I have to plan stuff out. I need usually at least two weeks to a month for a deadline. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then I need to hear the final mix before it's released. I've been screwed over too many times. So if they can agree to all three of those, then I hop on for free. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I don't think those are too unreasonable to ask for.
Hmm.
The last cipher I was gonna be on, I didn't even get to ask questions because of this guy.
Yeah.
You just put me in
Uh.
it.
Now, if it's somebody that I know is good at mixing and stuff like that, like I don't ask Flint to hear his mixes before. I mean, I'd like to, but I don't go out of my way to be like, hey, you want to show me that mix before it's released? I know that he killed it.
Hmm.
That last Koopaling cipher though, that went hard.
Oh, this is something I was gonna tell you because it got cut out at Sam's. Before I listen to ciphers, I like to guess who's who,
Yeah.
and I got you and Sam as Lemmy and Iggy right.
Oh, definitely.
I,
Yeah,
I read Rob.
Iggy stood out to me, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be him.
I read Rob.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Camden got Red Rob right first try. I'm like, no way, Red Rob would pick the blue character, and then
Right.
your Red Rob comes in as Ludwig.
No, everybody really did their thing on that, man. It turned out awesome.
Yeah, I didn't expect all time to be Morton. I guess Night of Breath as Wendy.
No, that was Miss Peach. Miss
Yeah,
Peach.
this is my first time ever hearing her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's done some really good stuff for sure.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Sorry if my words kind of slur. I'm eating
No,
as
you're
well.
fine.
It's valid.
No,
So
it doesn't matter, honestly. This podcast has had so many problems. Nothing matters.
yeah, the Great Sam incident, the Sam
Yeah.
Ruts flow
Oh
incident.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the third Ninja War
It's pretty bad.
that we look back on and be like, God damn Madara.
Uh,
I also very commonly make. I don't know if you've seen any of them, but I make a lot of like nerdcore memes.
Really?
One of my most common ones I have because I put it in a lot of servers I'm in. Do you know Midnight? The like
Yeah.
the yeah
I've had him on a couple things. I've been on a couple of his.
everything that I have been in, he's been on it. So it kind of just became a joke for me to like one that I use a lot is this. I found this one meme template, and it's just, oh honey, you barely touched your blank, and I just put midnight in the blank. It's like a lot. I
You
had
barely
the
touched your midnight. Hey yo, is that midnight?
hey yo, is that midnight? There was. Did you? I don't know if you saw my. Yeah, then don't click on it. I don't want to put it in the podcast, but I don't know if you saw
No,
my
I
comment
won't.
on Rob's most recent post.
I don't think so.
I just put it in the podcast group chat.
It's so funny.
That was.
Oh
I have
god.
been waiting
Gang
the whole
gang.
time. I've been waiting the whole time to be able
That's
to
the
do
she
that.
can take the whole gang starter pack right there.
I think everyone's starting to visualize the image now.
It's just it's fun. I'm just seeing them all together in the same room is it's it's like
I feel like they should like
worlds are coming
I feel like they
makes
together.
me
should
sad.
recreate that image like actually.
It makes me sad. That's all it does. I wish I
No,
wasn't
no
there.
pure chaos. No pure chaos. You guys gotta do a whole. Are you guys? You guys plan on doing like a meetup with all of you, right?
Oh yeah, I mean we are planning to go next year. I just got to make sure everything
Is all set
is
up.
set up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about it until it was like a month before, and I was like, yeah, I don't have the money to go down to North Carolina. I'm in New York, so like,
Uh,
Mm. Yeah, I didn't. It didn't even cross my mind to go until like last week when I was like, "Yo, Red Rob's going. I need to go," and it didn't end up working out for me.
well, if you go next year, you'll be able to point me out. I'll have the big Pure Chaos music shirt on.
Yeah, I'll, I'll
Them
probably be.
motherfuckers are gonna know who I am. I'm telling you.
Yeah, if you see me there, I'll probably be wearing JK merch. I'm on my knees for this feature, bro.
you see me there, I'll probably be in Tenacious D outfit.
Yeah,
I love Tenacious D.
Like, we
we
all
love
do,
Tenacious D.
bro. Fucking one
A
time.
long as fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo.
He just hit that. He just hit that.
He hit that.
Yeah,
But
I'm a big Wonder Boy guy.
I,
Wonder boy.
He hit that. He hit
he hit
that.
that again.
He
I love
indeed hit that.
Tenacious D, bro.
He is hitting that. But one
See,
time.
some of my favorites are like the really obscure ones. I like Jesus Ranch, and these are ones that are off of their like HBO special back in the '90s,
Mm,
and like Jesus Ranch and Explosivo and shit like that. Like it's
mhm,
the older ones are my favorite ones, but I really from one of the newer ones that I really love is Roadie.
mm.
Roadie's probably and the Ballad of Hollywood Jack and the Rage Cage.
But we all know what their best song is, obviously, right?
Tribute?
Yeah,
No, the one
whatever.
tributing, obviously.
Yeah,
And
Well,
whatever
it's
was
not
yeah,
the greatest
played
song
on
ever, but
yeah.
it
that
is a
night.
tribute.
And then, but my favorites from them, my two favorite ones would be Double Team and Rise of the
Oh,
Phoenix.
yeah.
Love
Oh
Double Team.
god.
One
I
time,
showed him Double Team.
yeah, he
How's it
showed me
going?
all of them.
That's the first thing I say to you. How's it going? Are you flowing?
He's hitting that again.
The buttress of Windsor.
The buttress of Windsor.
But one time someone like really just upset me and Rain because he was at my house
Oh yeah.
and one of my stepdad's buddies, we were talking about Tenacious D or something. He's like, "Oh, you guys listen to Tenacious D?" And we're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh yeah, isn't that the band of Jack Black and that one guy?"
That
And
one guy.
Rain like
He got so
held it in
heated over
so hard just to not say that one guy. That's
That's
KG.
Kyle.
That's the Rage Cage. Kyle Gas. And don't forget,
All right.
Lily.
That's
Yeah,
me.
I listen to a lot of that kind of music when I'm at work because I don't want to
Mhm.
think about work. So
Yeah.
I like listening to funny stuff, Bo Burnham, and
Oh my god, I
Oh,
love Bo
the
Burnham.
Lonely Island and Adam Sandler and John LeJoie, and I listen to a lot of those kind of people.
Yeah, Bo Burnham song.
made me watch his movie.
I made him
Inside.
watch Inside. Yeah, I made him
Hell
watch
yeah.
Inside.
It's so strange. It is very strange. But the thing about Bo Burnham that I respect the most is he has the ability to be an amazing fucking artist, but he sticks to his root. And he loves doing comedy music. That's what he's gonna do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
hmm
So I respect that highly because he loses out a lot of like possible money
Money.
that he could be getting becoming an actual artist. But I mean, he is an actual artist, but you know what I mean,
hmm
like
Yeah.
He's not like fully in it.
a traditional like pop artist.
Yeah, he's not like
hmm
only on that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love Bo
Yeah.
Burnham. I've been down with him since day one too. I remember the beginning of YouTube. Oh man,
I just love
I'm old. I
the
don't know if I've said that yet, but
I love the one of the bathroom like it's why we have two bathrooms.
yeah,
That's why
5
we
Oh
have
years.
yeah.
two
5
Yeah,
bathrooms.
years.
5 years.
5 years. Yeah,
That's one of my
I,
favorites off his newest album for sure.
but
I'm
That and the microwave.
I'm
I like the microwave song. Maybe the Jeff Bezos one too. I kind of wish that one was a little longer, but
mhm.
yeah, I'm a pretty basic Bo Burnham fan. My favorite's 1985.
oh gosh.
But
You probably listened to like Rehab for Fictional Characters and like you ever hear that one?
I don't think I have.
The Rehab for Fictional Characters? That's an older one. You'd have to check that one out. How about like Nerd? Then there's like Nerd Whore.
hmm
He's got a bunch of really
there's
good ones.
there's one that's like really simple and really short. It's it's the Joe Biden one from the outtakes.
Oh, okay.
I just I
They're
just like
gonna
really
make me vote for Joe Biden.
yeah,
Joe.
I like really vibe with that one. And it's like so short and not a lot happens in it.
Right. That's how
But
I feel
the
about the
beat.
Bezos one too.
All right.
Well, is there any
Is
other
this it?
questions from
Before
anyone
we
or
wrap it up?
anything to say?
Well, actually, I
Mhm.
probably should get off because I got another podcast I'm doing.
Oh wow.
It's
Whoa.
Swallowers.
Oh.
Oh Jesus.
No,
We're the
I'm
spitters
going.
and they're
I'm going
swallowing
from.
our stuff.
I'm going from spitters to swallowers. I was waiting to make that joke at the end, but
I appreciate it.
Oh wait. Ooh, what's our comment think though?
Oh yeah, we always do this the comment. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you commented Uncle Barkley.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I can prove him wrong. Leo texted me back. It's Barky.
See, I mixed the two questions that you were gonna ask because you were gonna
Yeah,
have people say Uncle
Huey.
Troy or what Uncle Huey.
Uncle
That's what it
Huey.
was. Yeah.
Uncle Huey.
But then we're like, actually, no.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna mix them.
Yeah.
I like being different.
What could work? What could work?
Roy the boy, Roy the boy.
Um. hmm.
I mean, we could see if they were paying attention, and you can ask what my favorite anime was. I mean, I said it twice, so
Oh yeah, we could do that.
it's pretty
Yeah.
basic.
Yeah.
Favorite anime.
Yeah. So comment it down.
Silent.
We're not gonna say it again.
Nope.
How violent was Chaos's original profile picture?
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you for joining us today, Chaos. It's been a pleasure having you, really.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
For sure.
And
I'll be watching this too. So.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope everyone who is watching this podcast has a wonderful night. And I will
Yeah.
see you spitters on the next podcast.
You
Chaos
say it
out.
like it's a slur, man.
Those spitters.
Swallowers.
Okay, that's the end of this episode.